Hey podcaster, it's Belle here. Amazing episode today. We got some of the best icks we've ever gotten. We got some wild stories from people's hens parties, and Liam almost got cavity searched at the airport. Enjoy.
Live across Australia. This is Ben, Liam and Belle's
Late Drive on Nova.
Good evening, Australia!
What's up?
Sorry. I can't focus on the show yet. Ben, what is that hideous thing on your thumb?
Oh, you're referring to the Band-Aid or the bandage on my thumb?
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
He's pressing the buttons here and he was like, all right, let's, kick into it. And
Yeah.
I just looked over and it's like in those cartoons where guys are shaving and they cut their face and they put a little white patch, but you can see the blood through it.
Yeah, it's bleeding.
That's what's going on in your
Do you know,
thumb.
I've
It's
seen
bleeding
people,
quite a bit.
I've seen people do that in real life.
What?
Like they put the little if you get like a
Yeah.
shaving cut, they have the little bits of paper. I'm always
Yeah.
like, why
Really?
would you do that?
Well,
Why
I
do you
think
need
it
to do
stops
that?
the bleeding.
Yeah,
so
but
it doesn't...
don't wear it to work. You know what I mean?
I think that's the thing is they forget that it's on there.
Oh,
So it's like an
so it's like
embarrassing
you should.
thing.
It's like if someone's trod through toilet paper and they're
Yep.
walking it through. So you should say to someone, "Hey, just so you know, you've got
Yep.
little bits of toilet paper on your
Yeah.
face."
No, they're not doing it as like a fashion statement. It's like a mistake. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I got this because today I was making lunch at home and I cut the tip of my finger or
You
my
didn't.
thumb with the kitchen knife because I've been really getting into sharpening knives lately. So I bought a whetstone and I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos.
What's a whetstone?
A whetstone is what you use to sharpen knives if you want to do it like
that long thing that you go,
old. No, that's what you
Oh.
use to keep the blade sharp. That's what you
Oh,
see like a chef do before they, fillet a fish.
Yeah.
That keeps the edge.
Uh-huh.
But if you've got a dull blade and you want to get it to have a proper edge again, you got to get a whetstone and you soak it in water. And then that's what you use. And there's a certain technique. I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and there's a certain technique
Wow.
you use to sharpen your blades.
Well, speaking of dull, I can confirm that the show will get a little bit more exciting than that over the next 2 hours.
Ben's a new dad, and he's just, he's fallen into it real
I
hard.
think there'd be people who would find blade sharpening quite
Well,
fascinating.
look, we are doing the 610 quiz next. There are prizes up for grabs. So 13 24 10 Australia. Get in touch if you want to talk about blades, sharp and or dull, or do the 16 quiz.
Do you know the best chopping boards
No,
to
I
protect
don't.
your blades' sharpness? If you get an end grain wood chopping board, it protects the sharpness of your blades.
You
You should start a
perhaps-
TikTok, and
yeah.
it's you getting dull knives and demonstrating how dull they are, and then sharpening them, and then going, now look at it.
Like you always like show on your hand. See how dull this is? Ooh, actually sharper than I thought.
No word of a lie. And my wife Sam can attest to this. After I'd finished sharpening one of my 6 blades, I have 6 knives that I wanted to sharpen. Every time I'd finish sharpening one, I get a piece of paper and I go whoosh to prove the sharpness.
Throw me an orange. I'll fruit ninja it.
Good evening.
What gives you the ick?
You can always call here on Late Drive with Ben, myself and Belle. 13 24 10. What gives you the ick? Is there a particular trait or it's like a small annoyance that repulses you about someone? For me, it's people who use Siri.
Yeah.
I think it's just lame.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
My wife Sam will be cooking dinner and she'll go, "Hey Siri, set a timer for 7 minutes." And I'm
Seriously?
like,
just do it yourself.
just do it. Yeah.
Well,
It seems like it was technology that was invented and everyone got really excited and it was like cool for like 6 months and now it's just
The only relationship I have with Siri is sometimes it goes, and it thinks I'm talking to it, and I go, "Shut up."
Yep.
I
You're
turned
not
her off
wanted here.
completely.
Oh, you can do that?
Oh yeah, you can
Oh,
do it
I'm
so she
gonna
just
do
doesn't
that.
exist.
Oh, she still listens.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's still
I think
listening.
they're always listening. Because I was in the park and this guy, sometimes you catch people as they're walking past, you catch like a bit of their conversation. This guy was on a bike coming past me and he went, "Siri, call Mum." Just as he was coming past me, I'm like, "You're such a loser."
13 24 10. What gives you the ick? Jessica, let's go to Adelaide. What gives you the ick?
When a person has a glass of milk.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what, Jess?
I love a glass of milk.
Ben's he used to be a dairy farmer for many a year, and he doesn't mind a big old pint of milk.
Yeah,
Nah, it's what 5-year-olds
you
have.
can't go past, especially if it's hot, you have it cold, and if it's cold, you have it hot. A big glass of milk with some Monte Carlos. The
You
biscuits,
really are
the Arnott's
80, aren't
biscuits.
you?
Yeah.
You do get a crook gut. Yeah, it is weird, isn't it, Jess? Doesn't feel right. Like it's just a cup of milk. I get people have a little bit for coffee, but that's about it. Arvin has given us a buzz. What gives you the ick, Arvin?
Our team.
Woof, woof.
Yeah, so my ick is open-toed heels. Can't stand them.
Open-toed
Really?
heels.
Like peep
Yeah.
toe or just anything with the foot out?
Anything with the foot out in generally, but like sandals, it's like normal because sandals are sandals, but just heels specifically.
Yeah,
Is it? Yeah, no,
yeah.
yeah, I kind of get you because it looks like there's a lot of strain on the toes when they're out.
They're
Yes.
they're smushed in.
Yeah.
Yes, and sometimes
Nah.
they go white, sometimes they're red. It's very painful.
Yeah, the more I picture a foot smushed into an open-toed heel, the more I agree with you,
and
Arvin.
a peep toe a peep toe is quite gross.
It's a peep toe.
You'd know what a peep toe is.
Is
Like
that something you do in Amsterdam?
no, that's a peep toe. No, so it's like the heel, like picture a normal heel with a closed end, but then it's like you cut a hole at the end.
Right.
You'd know it.
Ella joins us. What gives you the ick, Ella?
When boys wear like triangle undies instead of the normal like trunk.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about so there's
Briefs.
jocks.
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
get what you mean. No, I think briefs are the ones, the bike riding almost
Yeah,
shorts.
so the
They
ones
look-
the ones you traditionally see, that is technically a brief.
I think that's a brief.
Oh.
That is a brief.
Undies or jocks,
Yeah.
but the
Boxer briefs, they're
boxer,
called.
yeah. So that's the one that we're wearing right now. Liam, I'm assuming you're wearing them as well.
Oh no, baby, I got a jock strap on today.
But the one that Ella's talking about, they technically are
Yes.
jocks. If you
Like-
go to the
Yeah.
shops, they're jocks.
They're like,
Yeah.
I remember once I was staying with my grandparents and I was like, oh no, I didn't bring any jocks.
Yep.
And my grandpa said, you can use some of mine. And he gave me some.
Well, that's just
some,
weird on a lot of levels.
Yeah, I know it is. But there were Rios. And I was like, these are the worst jocks I've
I
ever
reckon
seen.
my dad wears Rio.
Oh, yeah. You'll find an older gentleman who doesn't mind a bit of, arse riding up Rio.
They were raised wearing
Well,
them
yeah, I suppose it's
before
just
briefs.
what's comfortable for
I
them.
saw a guy the other day. I was walking the street and I looked up and he was on his balcony watering his plants and he had boxes on. It was in the
Silky
morning.
boxes. That's
No,
feral.
like old school, like stripy ones.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
And you were looking up while... it's very dangerous.
Jackie in a Wollongong. Good evening, Jackie. I think you're our first Wollongong caller. What gives you the ick?
Seeing people turn around on their walk.
Oh, so like when they've
Wait,
when
what?
they've like reached, so they're not doing a loop, like they've like reached the edge. I get what you mean. Like
Yeah,
they
so,
haven't
like, they-
planned it well enough to do a nice loop that they're happy with. They reach a point and they have to like swivel and come back home.
Yeah, I don't know why. It just really bothers me. So when they've reached their destination, they've got to turn around. And when I have to do it, I just cringe. I hate it so
Jackie,
much.
I did
So
that the other
funny.
day because I did it so I knew I had like 45 minutes and I was like, I'll fit a walk in. So I walked for like 20 minutes and then I went, okay, well, this is the halfway point. And I turned around and walked back. It
Yeah.
does feel lame.
That's a good one, Jackie. Thank you very much for sharing your ick.
Good
You're now
icks,
in the
guys.
draw. Yeah,
That's
good
a
icks.
good
They were some of
Yeah.
the best icks.
Ooh, had a bit of an airport scare on the weekend, Ben and Bill. The worst kind of scare, the type where the AFP might get involved.
Oh,
Like an airport security scare.
Mhm.
Yeah, so me and my wife Sarah were flying interstate for a friend's wedding,
Mhm.
and so we're both meeting at the airport. It was Friday, so we both went our separate way, and I saw her lining up. The line was dwindling by this point. Finished work a little bit later in the airport security line, and they obviously have these like long sort of things that you got to sort of scroll through, so it slows people down.
Yep.
And she was on her phone, so I got like right up. I got right up behind her, and I thought, great, I'm going to spook her.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I thought I'd spook her because
didn't.
yeah,
Very
well, she was just so in her own world, and so I sort of like popped up behind her and like sort of like it was like a light slap, it was just sort of like light on the back of the shoulders. Like,
Yep.
I sort of tapped her shoulders.
Yep.
So I was like, and like, and she like was pretty startled, and then we just sort of laughed it off. Ha 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 ha. We're married. We love each other. This is fun.
Yep.
Let's go off to the wedding.
Yep.
And airport security didn't find it as funny. Guy didn't really find it funny like I did at
Yeah.
all. No. So he sort of said to me, "Sir, you're going to have to come with me."
To do a cavity search.
yeah. He had his gloves on already. He said, "Sir, come with me. Aggressive actions in the airport will not be tolerated."
Oh, come on.
I'm not kidding. He actually said that.
That's not aggressive.
I know, and I was sort of sort of choking up. Oh no, I'm in trouble. And I said, "Oh no, that's my wife," and and he's like, "Sir, it won't be tolerated. Please follow me."
Yeah.
And he was stony faced, and I was like lost for words, and we were looking at each other, and then he started laughing and I'm kidding. That's just my sense of humour.
Oh,
That's my sense of humour. And I was like, are you doing a job where you can have a sense of humour? Like, I am all for everyone having a bit of fun. You know, even if the bus driver's mucking around a little bit, that's good. But airport security, you know, if he's there going, so you do realise you've got 8 kilograms of pure Colombian cocaine in your carry-on. You're going to die in a prison, and you're going, oh, it's not mine, I swear I didn't pack it. Bloody got ya. That's just my sense of humour.
Look at the time.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
Sarah in WA, how you doing?
Hey team, I'm good. How you doing?
Oh,
Yeah,
Sarah.
we're very well.
Love your vibe.
Yeah, a lot of energy for this time of the evening.
I'm ready for it.
So I just want to double check. I want to make sure I get it right with the name. Is it Sarah or Sarah?
Yes, Sarah.
Sarah. Okay, great.
Thank you for just going along with it either way. Because
No worries.
I think yesterday
You
I
can
said...
call me Bob. I don't care. He's fine.
Yeah, yesterday, this is just the most recent example. I was like, we're moving to Jen. And she said, it's Jennifer. And I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it's commonly shortened to that. But, you know, yeah.
Pick up your game.
Yeah, I know. Well, thanks for getting my name right, too. That felt good.
We're a little bit flustered because you're so good.
And you also knew that it was Liam talking?
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. That's always a win.
Even before, Ricky, Lee, Tim and Joel just finished their show, Sarah, and we have mic socks with our name on them, personalised. And Tim walked up to me and goes, which one are you again? And pointed at my mic sock. And I said, well, we can't all have big profiles, mate. Like, we need to sort of spell it out to some people, but you're obviously getting the message. Anyway, let's kick into this quiz.
Okay.
The Queensland government have discussed scrapping the 2032 Brisbane Olympics and cancelling them altogether. What do you reckon the world record for long jump is?
That's such a hard.
World record
Yeah, no, it's
for long
hard.
jump.
I like ballpark.
Yeah,
like,
ballpark. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Let's go 6 meters.
Oh, it's not close enough, I think.
Let's look. We like you, so you just hold there, Sarah, and we'll see if Renee in Queensland can get closer to the pin. What do you think the world record is for long jump, Renee?
Probably about 7.
It is closer to the pin.
It's unfortunately closer to the pin.
Sorry, Sarah.
Sorry, Sarah. Yeah, it's 8.96. Fair jump.
I was kind of hoping someone would answer and go, 16 metres. And, you know, they'd be so far. But you guys have done great.
Chumbawamba have told right-wing New Zealand politicians to stop using the song Tub Thumping in their campaign ads. Can you name an alcoholic beverage sung in that song?
You know the I Get Knocked Down song? I get knocked down and I get up again.
You got a drink and a drink. You got a drink and a drink.
Not off the top of my head.
Sorry,
Renee.
Well, let's move down to Adelaide. Wes, can you name a drink named in Tub Thumping, the Chumbawamba song?
No. Blank.
Oh,
Okay, Wes. Let's see if Maggie knows one.
Oh, hello. I'm thinking whiskey.
Yeah, he takes a whiskey drink, he takes a vodka drink, he takes a lager drink, he takes a cider drink. Hey, Donald Trump has had a crack at Kevin Rudd. Can you give us your best Trump?
Oh, let's make America great again.
It was in the commitment, that one.
Well done.
Yeah, nice. China. Hey, a bloke in Victoria claims he's been living with the same spider in his house for over 10 years. Can you name, this is such a hard question, can you name an arachnid that isn't a spider?
Whoa.
I honestly thought it was only spiders. I'm not going to
I
lie.
thought an arachnid was a spider.
Same. Surely you don't know that, Maggie.
Centipede? I don't know.
Well, I'm going to have to hang on.
I don't think so.
We're going to Google on that one. It's not written down in the answers that we're looking at,
Sorry,
but it
Maggie.
could be correct.
Oh, no, I have no idea.
Nah, it's hard. It's hard. It's honestly hard. Kevin in Melbourne, I mean, did you know that there was arachnids that weren't spiders?
Nah, man. Probably like a scorpion.
Whoa, that's one of them.
He's done it.
There's tick, mite, scorpion.
Oh, good stuff. Last
Oh, wow.
question.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame today. Long overdue. Can you finish these lyrics?
I don't know if this is from the right bit of the song or not. Do we want it from the chorus? I'm assuming we want it from the chorus.
No. You want the
Or you want it from
end.
the start of the song?
No, you want the end.
Yeah, okay.
Take a seat. Hope you're ready for the next episode. Hey.
Nah, you've stumped me there.
Oh, Kevin.
Let's move to Talia in Werribee. Do you know what the lyrics are?
Take a seat. Hope you're ready for the next episode. Hey.
Oh, I
I don't know.
It's sort of like there's like a beat and it's like a bit of space in the song and then they say it. Yeah.
All right, Daniel, finish these lyrics.
See, hope you're ready for the next episode. Hey.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah. Sounds like you've just had a big bong, Daniel.
No.
Daniel, well done. You're in the draw for first class and 50K by getting on the radio. Congratulations. You also get to choose the next song we play. So, do you want to hear France Ferdinand?
Or Daniel, would you like to hear some David Guetta?
Oh, let's do David Guetta.
Yes!
Whoa!
Okay, finally. Yeah, right. It was on the Green Mile, that song.
All right, here we go. David Guetta, Kid Cudi, Memories is the name of this one on Late Drive. Daniel, you have a great evening getting up to whatever it is you get up to, mate.
Thank you.
Yeah, we all know what it is.
In your own time, mate. Enjoy the back of the shed on the beanbag.
David Guetta, Kid Cudi, Memories. That is the winning song this evening from the 610 quiz. You are here with Ben, Liam and Bell on Late Drive.
What an album that was. One Love. Remember that one? Like the grayscale one with the purple writing? Everyone had that.
With the little electric
Yes,
bolter?
it's a real CD in an L-plater, P-plater kind of car.
I was just about to say, Liam, that takes me back to being in Matt Sincock's Commodore.
And shouts if you're listening, Matt Sincock.
Yeah, he had a white Commodore.
Who else was in there? Beefy, I'm sure.
Beefy would have been in there. I'm pretty sure it was a VE Commodore, I think, and it had a body kit.
Naturally.
Yeah, and he was driving on his P-plates, and that song was blaring.
Did you pick up any girls with that body kit on there?
There was a couple of girls picked up, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure there were a lot of eyes turning, going, "Wow, those guys are listening to David Guetta really loud."
I think it might have had neons as well.
Awesome.
Oh, you're kidding.
think
That
it might have.
album, like just looking at the list, it's got that song and then it's got like Missing You, When Love Takes Over, Sexy Bee.
Oh, yeah, Sexy
I
Bee.
think it might-
Oh, it's just so good.
In radio, it's not just the people on air, obviously. There's also people behind the scenes. You've got, producing people. There's people who edit up all the videos for social media. There's people who work hard in the audio booth as well, making all the, the sights and sounds behind the show. And sometimes we'll be telling a story and we might want a little sound effect there. And we decided last week to take the piss a little bit and muck around with all these wonderful resources we have here at Nova for Late Drive. So Alex, he does a lot of work for us for audio, and quite often, we won't have much time. We'll say, Alex, can we get Donald Trump talking about Kevin Rudd? And he'll be like, yep, and he'll quickly get it. Or sometimes you want him to make something. Like last week I was telling a story about how a mate's dog was going through his bin. So he's like, can I get like a dog going through a bin? And he's very good. And like you have that sound within 30 seconds. So what we decided to do is just send him emails for sounds that were really hard to get, but that we didn't actually need.
Yeah.
And he's honestly, he's so nice. He's never questioned it once.
We haven't heard these yet,
We've
but
not heard them.
I'm very excited to hear them for the first time.
It's so exciting. But Liam, like you said, in radio, they get this stuff all the time. It's not weird to get requests
I'm
for
sure
weird stuff.
some of these he was like, what story is this for?
So what's the first one?
So we've not heard these, but we asked for just like someone eating like just some KFC chicken, but it's like too hot for their mouth. Hot.
Oh, cute.
And I think that would be Alex doing.
That's his voice.
And that's very good. He's actually nailed that. Even though we
As well, if you can't find a sound online, they often do.
They often will. So he might appear in some of these. And the other day, I mean, this is clearly ridiculous. We asked for just like a fish riding a bicycle, but it gets a flat tire. That's good.
It's so impressive. It's so impressive to get the
It's really
bubbles
good.
and the bike and
Isn't
the
it?
pop.
I love this. Would you guys like to hear a dog reading a bedtime story?
Once upon a time,
That's Alex. He's doing it. He's having
a
a
golden hair was walking in the forest and lost her way.
Yeah.
She saw a cottage.
yes.
That's amazing.
So that's he's sitting there, he's searching the system. We've got nothing here of dogs reading bedtime stories. I'm going to have to get on the mic.
Oh, he's done such a great
Thank
job.
you. I'm sorry, Alex. I feel bad now. We did ask for tons of these. This is like an impossible sound. This is playing table tennis, but the paddles are bananas.
I think the returning is too, it's too table tennisy.
Yeah.
No, it's not. There's a slap.
Yeah, but I think a banana would be a bit more muffled, I think. Yeah. If I had to critique
If we
it.
were being picky,
Oh,
yeah,
you
for
think
sure.
you could do a better job?
What about a British guy getting his toe run over by a car?
Bollocks! Run over my toe!
Blimey!
Let's do one more.
All right. We asked him for a sound that we would never need. We said, hey, can you please give us just a cat turning into a superhero? Take a bow. Take a bow. You know what? If there's any sound, so you can see he can clearly make anything possible. If there is a sound you would like Alex to make, you can call us 13 24 10. You can also just slide into our DMs. I'm sure he's got nothing better to do. we could get some sounds for you, some sounds that you can pick up.
You're on Nova.
Yes, all your love, sex, relationship advice. You can always DM us, you can always DM us on Ben Lehman Bell on Insta. I want to know tonight, 13 24 10, what happened at the Hens? If you attended a Hens or your own Hens and something wild happened, because my goodness, we got a DM from Soph. And brace yourself, because this is something that is just, I can't believe this would happen on a Hens. She's written, guys, do I have a wild story for you love rats? Very strong start. My best friend has left her fiance last month and they were set to get married next week. Why? Her Hens was last week and she met a guy while we were out and she's been seeing him ever since.
Oh my God.
She's called off the wedding and is now committing to this guy.
So she broke up with her fiance
Yep.
because she met another guy on her own Hens.
Yep. So she was supposed to get married next week. She had her Hens last month. She met this guy and then she called off the wedding.
Oh, man. So it's not all just penis destroyers and cowboy hats. Sometimes it sort of gets a little wild.
Some of those penis stories might continue and hang around.
13 24 10. What happened at the Hens? Naomi joins us now in Melbourne. Naomi, what happened at the Hens?
Hi, guys. Yeah, my future sister-in-law ended up cheating on my future brother-in-law at my Hens night.
Oh my God! What?
So at your Hens?
With a stripper? What happened?
She, we had like a stripper cruise thing that we did down the Yarra, and then
Did you say stripper cruise?
Yes.
Right. So it was like a cruise with strippers on it, or like is the captain of the ship, the captain of the vessel's got like no clothes on and stuff, and they do like silly safety briefing where they got their willies out and that sort of thing?
No, like they actually have like a cruise ship down the Yarra, and you've got, your different strippers, your firemen, your policemen, all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
Wow.
And yeah, after that we left, and in the end I was ringing my fiance saying, so your brother's missus has just gone off with another guy and I don't know what to do.
Whoa. Wow. And so, sorry, just to circle back, was it with one of the entertainers or was it with someone else randomly?
No, it was with someone else randomly.
Yeah. Wow.
Jeez.
And so, right, so it had nothing to do with the strippers.
No,
Okay,
no. They were there.
I got caught up in the stripper cruise. So was that it? You were the whistleblower and they broke it off?
No, they stayed together for a little bit, but then, kind of all went downhill after that.
Yeah. Well, look, Naomi, we appreciate you sharing your story. You're now in the draw for first class and 50K. Congrats.
Anonymous in Adelaide has given us a buzz. What happened at the Hens?
Yeah, so I invited my fellow colleague, who at the time I probably didn't realise had a bit of a crush on. And then at the Hens, we probably both realised we both had feelings. And, so we both got together.
Oh, my
at
God.
Your Hens?
At my own Hens.
Oh, it was yours. I didn't realise that.
And so what happened to the person that you were going to marry?
We separated.
Whoa.
And then did you stay with the work person?
Yeah, still happily together.
How long?
It's been 2 years.
Well, I guess congratulations. I mean, you got through the turbulent time and then you found, I guess, the love of your life.
Yeah, I mean, and I mean, when you say get together, I mean, did you get together on the night, or was it more you just confessed your love for each other a little bit?
We've all confessed to each other and a little cheeky kiss.
Wow.
I mean, look, you've found your person, hopefully.
Do you
Fingers
think
crossed.
with this person, the one you're with now, do you think you'll get married?
Absolutely, yeah. This is definitely my person. Had a little bit of a rough trot at the start, but we're, definitely 100%.
Do you think there'll be a few nerves around the next Hens show, though? Maybe we should just have one where, like, don't invite anyone from work. Like who needs that anyway? Like, you and me.
Anonymous, that is a great story. Thank you so much for sharing.
We're getting some wild calls at the moment from people that did things on a Hens night that, caused a bit of drama. Some people have left their fiance for someone they met on their Hens.
Or as the oldies call it, dough show. That's what my dad calls it.
The what?
Yeah, the dough show.
Oh,
What is
dough is
that?
in D-O-E.
Yeah, like the bucks
Dough
and then
show.
the dough show. I think that's
Sounds
what I think. Like
very old-fashioned.
yeah, I think in the
not
70s and
okay.
80s, you probably had a dough show.
Because there's a buck and there's a dough.
It actually makes more sense.
A dough.
To be fair, it should be the well, yeah. Then it'd be the cock party and the hens.
Yeah, exactly.
So probably, well, yeah, not too far off.
Misty joins us now in Melbourne. Misty, what happened at the dough show?
Hey guys. So I was at a Hens night, and as you do, you give like a list of things that you've got to get. And this one was like you had to get a picture of a piercing, blue someone's face, a signature somewhere on your body, and then underwear and proof of the underwear that you were given off the mail at the event.
Oh my God! And you got all three?
I got all three, and I got back to the bus and was like, "Yeah, ladies, I did it." And the bus driver was like, "That's awesome. Like, how much have you had to drink tonight?" I'm like, "No, I don't drink." And I was like, "You've got no excuse. Like, are you kidding me? Like, how do you just ask for someone's underwear with no liquid courage?"
And so
I was
just going back through the three really quickly. So with the underwear, did you just approach someone and say, "Can I have your underwear?" and they gave it to you?
So like we had been doing, like we'd been at this bar for a little bit, and I was just like, you know what, I'm a big one on I like to get things done. So if there's a challenge, I really just kind of like,
Yeah.
it eats at me if I can't do it.
Yeah.
So I just kind of went up to a guy, and he's like, "Oh, he knew we were from the Hens," and I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, how's your night go?" I'm like, "Yeah, good." I was like, "Look, really odd request, but I need your underwear, and I need to be able to keep them. You have to come in there."
Let's not be too detailed. Were they clean?
Well, no, it was fine. The guy that I asked was kind of like, "Oh, I don't know," and the guy next to him was like, "Dude, it's just underwear. Like, who cares?" So he gave them to me, his best mate.
Oh,
and he's like, "Look, I'll show you. Like, I'll show you what they are." And they're like Calvin Klein. I'm thinking,
The good
nice
stuff.
underwear. Like,
And
do
so-
you want to?
And then you got your body signed. Where did your body get signed?
So I did that on the lower part of my back because it was just easier to move the jeans that I was wearing.
Yeah, okay. And then the piercing photo of somebody else below the neck. What photo did you get?
Yeah, so I actually just asked a random guy that had piercings, and he worked there. I didn't realise that. And he goes, "Well, how low do you want to go?" And I was like, not that low. In between would be nice.
Yeah.
So he had nipple and his belly button. So I
Okay.
just got a picture of both of those.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
right,
a crazy
Misty.
story.
Yeah,
Misty.
it sounds like a bit of fun on the dough show. Hens night. Anne joins us now. What happened?
Oh, hi, guys. So my friend went to a Hens party, and they got to the venue, and it turns out the Bucks party was also at the same venue, and no one knew.
How did they not
That
know
sounds like a psycho partner's lined that up,
I
doesn't it?
know.
Like, oh, what the heck? I suppose we can just all party together now and just hang out with our partners. That should be fun. I'm
Yes.
watching you.
So what happened?
Then some random guys were dancing with the Hens, and the Bucks party didn't like that, and that started an all-in brawl, and then they got kicked out of the venue.
Yeah, well, that's it. The Bucks don't like it when other blokes are getting too close to their hens now, do they? Got to protect the dough. Yeah, true. That's just human nature. That's like in the forest as well. That the bucks they'll start getting those horns out, or what do they call it, antlers? Or...
And thank you very much for sharing. Freshly divorced, it is Ariana Grande, Late Drive with Ben Lehman Bell. What?
You keep taking the piss, but it's a great day for her.
She's married for 2 months.
Yeah.
Oh, big whoop.
2 years, excuse you.
I said that with a smile on my voice. I said, freshly divorced. Like it was a good
All
thing.
day I've been like, oh, she got divorced. And you're like, SpongeBob guy.
Well, yeah, because he's the bloke who left his wife and kids so he could have a fling with Ariana. Yeah. And I've got to say, pretty unsturdy ground to be stepping on, the way she burns through people.
13 24 10. Give us a buzz, Australia. Did you cause a disaster at work? If you get on air, you go on the draw for Nova's first class and 50K.
A real estate agent has successfully burnt down an entire home and all its contents worth $3 million, just the home. The poor lady, she was preparing for an open house and some of the people that were renting the house out had some sheets drying outside. She thought, it looks a bit messy, grabbed the sheets, threw them into a room where a lamp was and set the whole house on fire. Apparently she called the owner and said, hey, Peter, I think I just burnt your house down.
Jeez.
Anyway, but what do you do in that situation? The poor woman. 13 24 10. Did you cause a disaster at work?
I mean, it wasn't quite 3 million, but it was still in the millions when I had that. We no need to get into it, but I had that small.
You want to talk about that?
No, not really, but the indiscretion.
You offended an entire industry.
A sector. Yeah.
There was a sector, an industry.
I made a joke about the sector.
Yep.
And the sector weren't too happy about that, and rightfully so. I had to apologise to the sector, but they, not before a lot of money was lost by the radio station.
It was right in the midst of COVID.
Yeah.
No need to spoil it down.
Can we say who it was?
Nah, let's move on.
Okay.
Kelly.
Some people were working really hard during that period,
to
and
help
Liam
people.
chose to insult them
and say they're not working hard.
Well, it was a joke. It was literally a joke because they were doing.
Here we go. We're back there again.
Kelly in Melbourne, 13 24 10. Did you cause a disaster at work, Kelly?
I did. I set the stoves and ovens and the range hood in a kitchen on fire.
Oh, what were you cooking? What happened?
Cooking duck and had to move it from a lit stove into an oven and spilt the oil everywhere and woof, up it went.
Sorry, Kelly, are you a chef?
I was.
Okay, yeah, right. I was like, why are you cooking duck at work?
After Duckgate. No good. Well, it's I'm assuming it's a hard meat. I've never done duck. I mean, I've eaten it at restaurants, but I've never tried to cook it myself.
Yeah, I believe duck, you want to be, you want to be like blushing in the middle, don't you, Kelly?
Yeah.
Yeah, not burnt to a crisp.
Yeah, I can do you one better. It's quite a gamey meat. Belle, say something about duck so you seem like you know a lot about.
Living animal.
Okay.
I love duck. Duck's actually, I'll go on record and say duck's my favourite meat.
Yeah, duck's awesome if you do it right, for sure. Heidi in Sydney, do you like duck?
Hey, how you going?
Yeah, pretty good.
Into duck or?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, it's quite a gamey meat, actually. Yeah.
But I actually ate the CEO's lunch.
Oh!
Well, hang on. How much is the lunch worth? Like, what happened?
It's okay. So it's a small office and the CEO, you don't really hear from her or talk to her, but she actually went around to each department and was literally asking people, did you eat my lunch? Did you see where my lunch went? And I was thinking, who the heck would eat the CEO's lunch? But then, anyway, I went to the fridge just to double check. And I realised, so my mum at the time packed my lunch for me and it was the same container as hers. And there it was, my lunch in the fridge.
What was the CEO's lunch that you ate, Heidi? Was it really fancy?
It was. She literally said that she went to a double bay restaurant, 5 stars, and it was takeaway.
Oh my God.
So you're like, Mum is turning it on. I've never had duck like this before. What is it? Is this like some sort of French jus? Oh, wow. I normally just get peanut butter sandwiches.
Well told, Heidi. Thank you very much.
Dominic in Melbourne, what happened?
I used to work, this is probably 30-odd years ago, for a local stereo company, and they were a major sponsor of a running club who were having their annual cross-country run. My boss said to me, look, would you mind going down on the Sunday morning, taking all the PA equipment down and setting it up, staying, and then packing it up? And I said, yeah, no dramas. But I had to get to a family function, so I was in a bit of a rush. They'd had their race, and there was $6,000 worth of speakers. I thought I put them in the back of the van, drove an hour to the function I was going to, got to the function and gone, where are those speakers? And by the time I got back to the park where this run was, the boxes that the speakers were in were still there.
Yeah, right.
Speakers were gone.
Yeah, okay. I like how someone left the boxes.
Did you lose your job, or was the boss understanding?
I don't think he was understanding. I didn't lose my job. He was an amazing boss, and but yeah, I didn't live that down.
Yeah, no, I couldn't imagine.
I can't see how you can think you've put something in a car and you drive off. But good on you, Dom.
Raylene in Melbourne, good evening. Did you cause a disaster at work?
I sure did. I started as an apprentice florist, as I always wanted to be when I was in secondary school, and I started 2 weeks before Valentine's Day. All these roses started coming in, and the boss said to me, "Oh, can you just pull off the foliage at the bottom half of the roses and then just cut a bit off the bottom to sell?" So I got in the back workroom because we were so busy, thriving on all the excitement, and I pulled the leaves off the roses, and then I cut the bottom of the roses to have my new boss of 2 weeks come around the corner and say, I can't repeat what she said, because I'd cut at least a foot off the bottom of the roses, and I soon found out that when you're in a florist, people pay for the length of the rose.
Yeah, the long stem. You want the long stem rose. You turn them into a short stem rose.
You cut too much off.
You cut $30 off that thing.
Yeah, you just cut money off.
Oh, wow. Paul, disaster at work. What happened?
Yes, so I'm in the reception at work at a law firm I work at, and I'd put the very thick fruit toast into the toaster, which I later learned had been playing up. And I was talking for all of 30 seconds, and I went back to the kitchen, and whooshka, there's black smoke everywhere like I've seen out of backdraft.
Yeah, right.
And, of course, lucky the sprinklers didn't go off, or that would have been the end of my career.
Yeah.
But they sent 3 fire trucks because they got to send enough firemen, it was firemen at that time, to get you out of the joint. And that was a day a lot of women lost their fireman fantasy because they were pretty rude about it. And they said to me, "Why did you have a toaster in the kitchen?" I was going to say, "Where would you put it, champ? In the toilet?" I don't know. But,
you bloke showed in, Paul.
Yeah, absolutely, Paul. And nice use of word, whooshka.
Yeah. First time we've had whooshka on Late Drive, and I'd like more of it. Should we do tomorrow, what's your whooshka story?
Yeah, I'm happy to do that.
What would that be?
Oh, just when things went whooshka.
Yeah. Michael in Melbourne, good evening. Please tell us, did you cause a disaster at work?
Hi, guys. I worked on a golf course, one of the top 10 in Victoria.
Oh, yeah?
And one day I had to fertilise the green. A few days later, they meant to go green and nice and lush. They were so going yellow.
Yeah, right.
Oh, dear.
I accidentally put Roundup instead of fertiliser in that. Which cost the club over $700,000 because the members couldn't play for a few months and had to renovate all the greens.
Because they don't say hitting it on the green, it's not hitting on the yellow.
Michael, did you lose your job?
I went on holidays a few weeks later, and I come back from holidays and I lost my job.
Sorry,
They let you go on holiday, though. That's
Sorry,
amazing.
mate. That's no good. That's it. Bloody hell.
You don't want to go putting Roundup on the green.
That's funny.
That's rough, Michael.
Oh, no, not the rough. He was talking about the green.
Very good golf joke, Liam. Michael, appreciate you calling.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.